What's going on, everybody? Explicit here, and we are back on MLB The Show 23. And today I want to talk the Season 1 program. And before we get into that, take note, it is double XP week. So ends May 12th. I believe that is when Season 2 is going to take effect as well. So just the last week of this season, you have double XP. So take advantage of that if you need to. Like myself, I need to. I have not completed it. I don't get to play a ton. I know even people who don't play a ton still have probably completed it, but that's also something I want to talk about in this video because they have changed it up a bunch in this season reward path. I guess I call it a program, but the reward path. So most notably to me is the removal of the ability to get XP through different means, right? So you used to have like even I think like Road to October or whatever used to be on here, but there used to be the player programs where you work to unlock a player, and then when you got that player, you could collect him and get 25,000, or you complete a conquest, you get 35,000 XP, do a showdown, and sometimes there would be multiple conquests throughout the season to get those huge boosts. And as you see now, it is only through gameplay XP. That is probably one of the most notable changes that I see. Obviously, changed it up a little bit. There used to be a bunch of bats and different things like that. They did seem to get rid of some of that. I mean, obviously, still a couple bats, but that's one thing. Before we get too deep into the cons of the program, I do want to talk about maybe some of the pros. We're very quick to just immediately jump to the negatives and what we don't like about something. And change, obviously, especially when you're talking video games, they're always going to change something, whether they needed to or not. Seems like there's always something that get changed. And I don't personally think that this was the change for the best, but let's talk about it. I could understand if there was multiple ways to get additional XP through gameplay, right? Like if you were getting way more XP through gameplay, and maybe you're getting a little bit more. I don't really know. It doesn't seem like it to me. It does look like they did shorten up like the path itself. You only need 500,000 XP, and then you start doing this loop-de-loop, right? That repeatable loop, I think, is probably the biggest pro to this whole path, right? You got people. I know there's some people like 1 point some million. I'm sure way more than that, but just based off people I watch, right? 1.4 million, 1.5 million. So they've obviously done this loop a bunch. If it's 500,000, I don't know, obviously I haven't done it, so maybe this increases, maybe the loop increases each time you do it. I'm really not too sure. Again, obviously I haven't done it, but that's awesome. Kudos to them. Kudos to SDS for doing that, giving a way to continue to earn stuff. And at random, I don't hate at random. I would prefer maybe that bundle to be like a 10 or a 20. You're as anyone who's opened up packs in this game, whether you bought them or you just saved up a bunch or maybe just open them as you go, diamonds can be hard to come by. So doing that, and it'd be nice to maybe get like a 20 bundle with that gold top, or that gold plus top, something like that. Because a boss pack, obviously that's awesome. And I know from what I've seen the board, there's different tiers to it and stuff, but I just think that maybe a big bundle in there would be cool, or maybe there's some chase packs. I don't know, something like that. I think would be cool. It would also be nice if they gave, or I should say, it is nice that they have given us multiple usable diamonds in this. So it used to be kind of like you got a lot of these guys, right? These diamonds that never really gonna make the squad, anything like that, but. You get these charisma players, you get these captains, especially the captains. Obviously, that's integral into the theme teams, right? But you're getting good overall players. 97s, granted 99s are just everywhere. I've made it kind of a video on that, but at least some of these players, they are usable. There's some good players in here. Freddie's got a buttery swing. Just some good players to pick. You get 1, 2, 3. I think so. You get 3 boss players, just before doing the loop. So that is nice. But now let's get into the cons a little bit. Obviously, there's gonna be way more cons than pros. Again, because I don't think this was a good change personally. And this is coming from an investor standpoint where And when I say investor, obviously I'm not invested into SDS, but I'm invested into, like, investing to make stubs, right? It used to be maybe worthwhile to buy a boss or two and save them, because you knew once the next season ended, there was always that collection, add three bosses or add three, whatever it was from the previous, or even add one, I can't remember. So their price went up a little bit, maybe not a ton, and it seemed to differ between cards, but their price did go up, and that is no longer going to be an option. If it stays like this, there is no point in having multiple bosses. You might as well just sell them now while you can. Maybe there'll be a collection later on. I don't really know. Um, Obviously, that'd be a guessing game in my opinion, unless it's out there, unless that information is out there, and it very well could be. I'm not up to date on a lot of the information with this, so please excuse my ignorance if I'm wrong, and comment down below if I'm wrong. Maybe there's something coming a little bit later, but I think that's gonna hurt. And I think equally, these packs on that same note, veteran cards, all-star cards, there's like playoff cards. I guess those are all gonna be the same, but there used to be collections, right, for those as well, and those are gone. We have set one, live series, GOAT. There is no longer that collection for those all-star, those rookies, those playoffs. Now, I'm not totally convinced that there's not going to be something like that added, that those may not be added later on, especially those ones, just because there are so many cards for that. I don't think there's still going to be, I don't think there'll be a collection, or at least to the reward path. I bet they don't change the reward path. Going into that a little bit, I mean, do you think they ruined the reward path? Comment down below. Let me know. I'm very curious to hear kind of what everybody thinks on this change. Probably anybody who's done this loop 20 times and has made 400,000 stubs off this loop is going to be like, hell yeah, I love this change. I'm making tons and tons of stubs. That's fair. That's fair. There's going to be people like me who maybe work a full-time job, have kids, have wife, have different things in life that it's not an excuse, but we just can't play the game a ton. And so I'm gonna complete the program, but I doubt I'll do the loop. Especially I can only earn XP. There used to be able to maybe like grind out the last 2 weeks and really complete sets and complete collection, complete player programs, and you could climb quick. It's really still gonna be a lot of grinding, a lot of playing the game, a lot of just game after game, even if it's conquest, anything like that, to earn this XP. It makes it difficult for your just possible couple hours a night type gamer, if that. And that's a select crew, right? I mean, there's going to be that demographic. There's going to be the demographic that can play it all the time. There's going to be the kids who get out of school and just play it all night. There's going to be the grown-ups who get out of work and play it all night, play it all day. I'm not saying this should all be catered to one side or the other, but again, I'm a little bit biased because this is my demographic where I work all day, play with the kids, come play a little bit at night. So that's kind of my feelings on it. I think there still should be, keep the loop. I think the loop is awesome, but give the ability to still complete some of those sets, some of those player programs. And if you're concerned about that really influencing the loop, then say make it once you max out, once you hit 500,000, you can't do those things. That's simple. I mean, and I think that's fair because the conquest used to be 35,000. So basically it was like, if you completed a conquest, then boom, you got the loop. I can understand that. Once you hit 500, once you cap, you're done. I'd be fine with that. Another issue I have seen or kind of heard about is there could be, and this doesn't have to do with the change necessarily, but I have heard that some people are not even progressing on the loop. They're stuck at one spot. They're obviously playing games, doing XP, and I don't think, from what I understand, they're not XP capped for the day. But they're just not gaining XP. It'd be multiple days where they're not going up any XP. So that's something that might need to get looked into as well. But I just want to make a real quick video and just kind of see what your guys' take on this new reward path is. Like, did SDS kill the reward path? Are they going down the wrong path? I do like the fact that we're still not, because it's stubs, right? It's all one thing. You can earn stubs, you can buy stubs, but it feels like the grind, the maybe investors, things like that, are starting to be a little bit I don't want to say punished, but they're trying to be like muffled a little bit, right? Like they changed investing with decreasing the player, or creating a real separation between the player's overalls and their value, where it used to be gold was 1,000. Boom. They turned gold 1,000. So you could invest on somebody, and if you bought them when they were a low silver or even a high silver, right? And they went gold, like you were profiting. Now you got to hope that they become a high gold, or a low gold. You have to hope actually goes diamond, because otherwise you're not making a ton. That was kind of their first step, in my opinion, towards really killing the investors. And I don't know how many people spend money on this game. Unlike, Madden, I think Madden is so catered to the community to spend money, right? Like we don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but EA, they need to get it together, right? They're so money hungry, it's just insane. I don't think SDS is that way. However, I have opened up a bunch of packs, free packs. Again, I don't spend money on this game, but I've opened up a ton of just the show packs. I haven't pulled one single chase pack as like a pack in a pack thing, right? Like at this point last year, I had done it a handful of times. So it's interesting. I'm curious to also know what you guys think about that. Are you guys getting chase packs? I've seen it happen. I know it can happen, but I'm curious, are you guys getting them, or do you feel like maybe that dial was turned down a little bit as well this year? And I don't see any reason to do that. I think everyone should eat. Let's give everybody good packs. Let's see those diamonds. I still think the chase pack, even this early in the year, give me a guaranteed diamond. With how cheap diamonds are right now, give me a guaranteed diamond. Seeing a gold in that is the biggest slap in the face ever. So I want to make a quick video here, just kind of see what you guys' thoughts are on the season path. I went down a little bit of rabbit hole there with like the investing and stuff like that, but let me know what you think about that as well. And the chase packs, comment down below. Are you getting chase packs? Are you not? If you enjoy these type of videos, again, I'm going to try to get content out a little bit more frequently. I know I'm still trying to do my Braves No Money Spent team, get that gameplay out for you guys, stuff like that. It'll happen. Please stay patient with me. I will try to be better. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, mean the world if you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. If you enjoy this content, again, Braves theme team will be coming, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.